If you have a special product or service that you'd like to advertise, please try positiverhythms.com. We've got wonderful promotional packages designed for you in mind, so make sure you contact positiverhythms.com for your advertising needs. At Positive Rhythms, your image is everything.
This is Brian O'Neill, and you're listening to Positive Rhythms. Stay positive.
More good music at the African World Festival. If you ever listen to Positive Rhythms, if you ever listen to good music, if you ever listen to Kim, you've heard this man. A man, a few words, and great musical power. Brian Beans O'Neill. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Joelle.
Tell us about Mood Swings.
Mood Swings, let's see. That came together while I was working corporate America, full-blown day job. Every day after work, being kind of stressed out and everything, went to my studio at home, and I think each day I did one track, and it was just based on my mood for that day.
Oh, I can understand that.
And I really wasn't trying to make a CD. I ended up with like 13 tracks. Took a few copies to work just for myself and my buddies. A few people there just kind of encouraged me to kind of wrap it up, package it up, and sell it. I did that, got lucky, it ended up on the radio, and now it's kind of like all over the place.
And doing extremely well with that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, that's okay.
This man is self-taught. He's a composer. He's done all the arrangements. A lot of the songs that you'll hear, you're playing all of the instruments, right?
That's true.
Formally trained, but you self-taught yourself how to play the piano?
I'm self-taught. Actually, my parents didn't want to pay for lessons, so I kind of had no choice. I wanted to do it bad enough, so I figured I have to teach myself.
Wow, and that started around what time?
Let's see. Actually, I started out playing drums. I was about 6 years old, started on drums. When I was 6 years old, my mom used to play an album by a group called Rare Earth. On this album was a long drum solo that I was obsessed with. I used to go in the kitchen, put out the pots and pans on the floor, and my grandmother would give me 2 wooden spoons to use as drumsticks, and I'd just make all this noise while the record's going. And my grandmother would always stick up for me and tell my mom to just leave me alone and let me play. Well, I think that following Christmas, I got my first drum set. I was a happy kid. When we met, and I just started playing. I just started picking up the piano.
Oh my goodness.
So, what was that, 16, 17?
So at that moment, did some passion just come into you, or?
Yeah, it's probably a mixture of wanting to play the piano bad enough and my grandmother always saying, you know, I come to see you play drums all the time. You're always in the back. You got all that stuff you got to move. Why don't you consider another instrument where you can go somewhere and play by yourself and people enjoy it, because you don't really see too many drummers like in a lounge by themselves. So I gave that some thought and I figured, okay, here's a piano. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, this is working.
Look at that.
So I don't know, maybe it's a gift from God, but I almost literally woke up one day and knew how to play.
Wow.
So I'm very grateful for that.
Your grandmother was really a wise woman. Her name was Daisy.
Daisy.
And your next CD is entitled,
It's a tribute to my grandmother, Daisy O'Neill, and it's just called Daisy. The second CD has vocals on it. And of course my buddy Kim is singing on there. I just got a call from Kirk Whalen. And Kirk is wanting to be on one of the tracks. So that's a big compliment.
Yes, that's huge.
I look forward to working with him. And some local artists, local musicians are going to be on the CD.
I think a little birdie, if I'm not mistaken, told me that a man a few words might be humming or singing a few bars on the next CD himself.
You talking about me?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I haven't been known to do a lot of singing, but on Daisy, you're going to hear me sing something.
Wow, so we are really reaching and growing.
Release date? I know you're going to ask me that next. And you know me and my schedule. It's really goofy, but I'm trying to get that out before fall sets in.
But you're busy, and you're busy because you're touring with Kim.
Yes.
And you're doing your own work, and then you're helping artists here as well. So if people want to check out your music, and it is phenomenal, you may have been aware or heard some of his music and not really known who the artist is. So give them the website if they want to hear a sample.
It is BrianO'Neal.com, BrianO'Neal.com.
Say it one more time. They're writing it down.
BrianO'Neal.com. It's BrianO'Neal.com. And there's also a link to MySpace. Everyone seems to be on MySpace. It's kind of popular, so if you go to the first site, you get to the second site, and vice versa.
And people can buy your CD online.
Yeah, it's all online, CD Baby, Best Buy online, through my own website, Amazon.com,
Wow.
Yahoo Music, iTunes. I think anything electronically you can get.
And if you haven't familiarized yourself with Brian O'Neal, your music repertoire is not complete. You got to check out Brian Beans O'Neal. How did you get the nickname Beans?
Oh man, 2 different ways. I don't like beans. I hate beans. And the reason why I hate beans is when I was 16, my dad punished me with beans by making me eat a whole bunch of them for coming in late. You know, all other...
That was before Gas X, no.
Yeah, all other punishments I guess didn't work, didn't sink in with me. But I came in a few minutes late and he happened to have a pot of beans and said, okay, here's your punishment. You're going to finish that off. So I did. It was painful, but after that I couldn't touch another bean. So people started calling me that. The other way was in a top 40 band, one of the singers introduced me as String Bean. You know, being lean, thin, I guess.
Well, he's lean and thin, lady. He's fine and single. He's taking applications too. Going to BrianO'Neal.com. Submit now, but you'll have to take a number.
The name stuck.
That's sweet. That's sweet. All right, Brian is the music maker, the music composer, but you told me once that you really have a passion or a desire to head into another venture with music, doing scoring.
Yes, I really want to. That's my ultimate goal, is to do film scores. Music for TV, music for film, specifically music for children. It's really weird. Many years ago, I saw a psychic just to learn more about my music career ahead of me. And without this lady knowing one thing about me, the last thing she said was do music for children. And that's really stuck with me. And
when I think of Brian O'Neal, I think of going into Southfield High School, into the band and choir room, and hearing the music from Charlie Brown.
one of the first songs I learned, the hardest song that I learned when I was younger.
All right.
It's Peanuts.
And while Brian does that, we're going to take a little break. Oh, one of my favorites. That'll get the crowd going. Brian O'Neal. We'll be back with more of America's Thanksgiving Parade right after this.
That's probably the first complicated song I ever learned, you know, the separation of the hands. So I plan on doing just that.
Okay, we're going to touch and agree. Wherever 2 or more are gathered, he has put out here, you, the movie director, the person who's doing your independent film, and you need a musical score. The music you tried just isn't fitting it. You contact BrianO'Neal.com and it can happen. Take it from me. He'll make it happen. Again, Brian O'Neal, Mood Swings, and Daisy. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Joelle.